Shabbat Shalom, ladies and gentlemen, and warm welcome to members and guests. Please rise as we begin our service with Birkot haShachar, page 148.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'asach v'yivina lach v'yom v'layla.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shesani b'tzalmo. Baruch atah Adonai
Amen.
Eloheinu melech haolam, shesani ben chorin.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shesani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, b'keach ivrim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, b'sharomim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, b'tir surim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zakeiv kefufim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, karz alamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shesalikot sarki.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher chi mitzadi gaver. Baruch
Amen.
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, azer yisod b'gvuda.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ater yisod b'tifada.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, anotein li'ayev kohua.
Amen. You may be seated. We continue at the bottom of page 152.
Ashreinu ma'atov chagenu manim, geraleinu ma'yifashateinu, ashreinu shnachnu, mashkimim arivim, erev avakavim, b'mayim mechoyom, shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu na'yechad. G'day sheshimcha magdei shemecha, v'g'day sheshimcha b'lamecha, v'yishutcha tarim v'tabiyah karneinu, baruch atah Adonai, megadei sheshimcha b'Rabbi.
Page 158.
Rabbi Yishmael Omer. Yiratzam v'fanach, Adonai Eloheinu v'levateinu, Yishia b'nei beit hamikdash b'yimei Rabbi Yameinu, v'tein chalkem v'Torah v'shana v'atcha b'yirat olam m'kshanim kamaniyot.
Mourners, please rise for the Kaddish Derabanan, page 160.
Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Yama divra kirusei v'yamlik malchusei b'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayedecho beit Yisrael b'agalav izman kariv imru amen.
Amen.
Yesh me'rabam v'rafam v'yamayo Yisparach v'yishtabach v'yispoar v'yisramam v'yisnasei v'yisadar v'yisalev v'yisalal shmei dekudesha
B'rihu.
Le'ela mikor b'chasa v'shirasa, tish b'chasa v'nechamasa, damiran b'yama v'imru, amen.
Amen.
Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanan v'al Tamidei Hon, v'al kol Tamidei Hon, v'al kol man de'oskim b'raisa, di v'yasra hadeim v'di b'chol asar v'asar, yehei lahon alachan shlama rabba, china v'chista v'rachamin, B'chayin arichin, imazan arivichem, ofor kuna min kadam avahon devishmaya v'rav imru, amen.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemayo, v'chayim tovim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom mirumav, v'rachamav yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen.
Amen. Page 174.
Yom Shabbat Kodesh Shabo Hayu Halviim Amrim B'Beit HaMikdash. Odin Vim B'Seva Deshnim Renim Yu Lagid Ki Yashar Adonai Tzari V'Lov La Tavo.
Page 184.
Mizmar Sher Chanukah Sabais LaDavid. Hafak Mispedi Lamacholi Pitaka Saki V'Ta Azreni Simcha Leman Yizamercha Chavod V'Lo Yidom Adonai Elohai L'Lamodecha.
Mourners, please remain standing for the Kaddish Yatom, page 186.
Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Yama divra kirusei v'yamlik malchusei. V'chayechon v'yamechon uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael. B'agala uv'izman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba v'barach v'olam v'olam Yisparach v'yishtabach v'yispoar v'yisramam v'yisnasei V'yisadar, v'yisalev, v'yisalal, shmei l'kudesha, brichu.
Brichu.
Eila min kol berchasa v'shirasa, tushbechasa v'nechamasa, da'amiran b'yama v'yimeru, amen.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom imramav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen.
Amen. We continue with the Shacharit service at top of page 234.
Shochen ad madam v'kadosh shemo. B'visharim did halal v'divre tzadikim titbarach v'shon chasidim titramam v'bekerev kedoshim titkadash v'b'magalad v'b'varam chaved Yisroel Leodala l'shabeach zefo l'ramim Lader leverech l'elekales al kodi b'shirot v'tish b'chod David ben Ishai of the Chamashichecho
Please rise.
Yishtabach shimcha lo ad malkeinu Rachad v'yadad me'atav yadai lamba Ruchat Adonai El melech adot tishbachot El hodot Adonai niflot Avacher v'shirei zimero melech el Che'olamim Yitgadol v'yitkadosh shemei rabak
Amen.
V'rakatei v'limachotei b'chayechanu v'yamechanu chayedecha b'eit Yisrael Magalav izman gariv imeru Amen Yesh me rabba maborak Le'olam le'amaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'rumaminaseh v'yidhadar v'yidhaleh v'yidhalal shmei l'kedusha b'richu
Brichu.
Li'ela mingomagada v'shirata tushbechata v'nechmata da'amiram b'yamav imru amen.
Page 240. Baruch Adonai Mavayrach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Mavayrach le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzei v'richo shechoseh shalom u'vrei et hakol.
Page 242.
Hakol yidot shabachucha. Ein kerkanai l'olam hazeh v'inzu lecha malkein l'chayim haba. Eves belag oleinu limad HaMashiach v'ein domeh l'chamashiachenu l'tchiyat hametim. El Adonai kol ha'maasim baruch mevorach b'fi kol haneshama God lo v'tova malei olam das v'nasa v'vimaso hamiskavel v'alchayos hakodesh v'nedar v'chavod al ha'merkava zchut u'meisha lifnei kisa chesed v'rachamim livnei kevahadot tovim miyorot shevara Eloheinu yitzhar v'dad v'bina v'askel Vayachag moranas on bahem, lios mashlim bekerev tevel, mileim ziv, umafikim in aga, noel zivam bechol haolav, smekim etzeis on v'sasim bevoam, Osim b'yem oretzon konam, tiyer v'chavod, nosnim lishmo, tzalaverin ale zecher machuto, Kavra Lashem Eshvai Yizrachor, Rabbi Iski Tzura Salvano, Shevach Notnim Lo, Kol Tzva Marom, Tiferes Ugedula, Seraphim V'Yofanim V'Chayos HaKodesh. Leila Sheshvim Elamasim. Tidvarat Sureinu. Mirla Malkim B'Yam, Megidusha V'Torah, B'Shira V'Zimra, V'Mevarachim, V'Meshabachim, V'Mefarim, V'Maharitzim, V'Maktishim, V'Mamlekim, Et Shemo El HaMelech HaGadol, HaGibav HaNara Kadoshu, V'Kulam HaGablim Aliyam, O Malchut, Shemaim Zeh Mizeh, V'notnim reshut zeh lazeh, lakdish otzam b'nachad ruach, b'safra v'rovenima, kedusha kulam ki echad, v'niverim b'yira, kadosh, 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 Adonai tzavot, malach al haaretz kevado. V'venim achai l'kodesh, v'rosh gadol minasim l'mat serafim, l'umat ha-meshavachim v'yomerim, Baruch Evad Adonai mimkomo. Mor kadosh el tziyante v'nizkech kulanu mereliyot, Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer hamiyot rolls over
Page 254.
Vavinu shalom bakan fotares, v'taylachinik miliyateinu, kuyel pushvara tovan v'chatim elam v'lashon, v'kerav tan l'shalom l'osela b'emet, le'odah lechol echad b'yava, v'haruch atah Adonai, habocher b'Yisrael b'yava.
Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Behaalotecha Elohecha B'chol levavcha V'b'chol nefshecha U'b'chol me'odecha V'hayu Hamorim ha'ele Asher Anochi Mesavkaha Hayam Avevavecha V'ashimatam levanecha Yisivaratabam V'shivtecha U'v'letecha V'chavadech U'v'shochecha U'v'chamecha V'shatam E'ot Oyadecha V'yirtatatafor V'inakotam Amizisha B'techa U'v'sharecha
V'ayah.
Page 260 and 262.
This is gruesome.
Adonai Elohim emes.
Adonai Elohim emes.
Page 264.
Amen. לדור ודור קיים ושמו קיים וכיסון נכון ומלכותו ואמונתו לקיים. אמת שאתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו מלכנו מלך אבותינו גואל אבותינו יוצרנו צורתנו פודנו מצילנו מעולם שמך אינו עולים זולתך זרוע אבותינו. תהילה לעליון ברוחם וברך משה בני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך פועלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נהר תהילות אוסף אלה שירה חדשה שיבחו גאולים לשמך שפת הים יחד כולם חוזרים לך ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעבוד.
Please rise.
So Israel, קומה ביסוד ישראל, ובטחנו ממך יהודה וישראל, גוי עלינו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל ברוך אדוני.
We begin the Amidah together on page 270, then concluded silently after the Kedusha.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Hu, Baruch
Eloheinu
Shema.
Eloheinu, Elohe Avraham, Elohe Yitzchak, Elohe Yaakov, Oel Hagadol, Hagibor Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'kainei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot, ומביא גולים לבניהם למען שמו ויבא, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני,
Baruch Hu, Baruch Shema.
מגן אברהם.
Amen.
אתה הגיבור לעם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות, ומידו מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן עד לחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. נקדש את שמך בעולם כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום. ככתוב ביד נביאך וגוזל זה ויאמר קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלך על הארץ כבודו. אז בכל דרש גדול אדיר וחזק משמיעים כל מנסים והצרפים ליומתם ברוך יאמרו ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. ממקום חלקנו תופיע ותמלך עלינו כי מחכים אנחנו לך. מתי תמלך בציון וקרוב בימינו לעולם ועד. תשכון תסגדל ותסגדש בסוף ירושלים עירך לדור ודור נצח נצחים. ויהי נזירנו מלכותך, תנאמו בשירי עוזך, על ידי דוד משיח צדקך. ימלך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגדלך, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש. ושיבחך אלוהינו מפינו אלוהים ושלום ועד, כי יהיה מלך גדול וקדושה, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Amen. We continue silently, page 274 throughout 282. Reader's Kaddish Shalem, page 322.
יתגדל ויקדש רבו,
אמן.
ויום דברך ירטב למחנה ברכו, נברכו, נברכת הקדישו בגלל הזמן קריבים ערוב. יש
Amen.
מרב מבורך, לעולם לעמי עמיה, יתברך יסבך, יתפאר בירום מנסה, ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתעלה שמי לקודשה. לעילה, מקברכת ושרת, ושבחת ונחמת אדם, ירום במאבים ערוב.
Amen.
יתקבל צדם ונהנך ישראל קדום נשמע וימרו.
Amen.
יהי שלום הרבים שמאי, ובחיים אלוהיך ישראל וימרו. עושה שלום רב ויעשה שלום עלינו ישראל וימרו. Amen.
You will find the Torah service at the top of page 326.
אין כמוך בלים אדוני, ואין ימסך, מלכותך מלכות כל העולמים וממשלך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. הרחמים היטיבה ברצונך, את ציון תבנה חורבן ירושלים, כי בך Isa Adon Olamim. Vayivin Zaharan Vayomer Moshe Kuma Adonai V'yafutzu Oivecha V'yanusu Misanecha Mipanecha Ki Mitzion Tetzei Torah Ki Mitzion Tetzei Torah Udevar Adonai Mirushalayim Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Liamo Yisrael B'Kdushat Torah.
Page 330.
Be'yanaraches Velishme Kadisha Kadisha Yakira Anamartush Bechon Be'yanaraches Be'yanaraches Velishme Kadisha Kadisha Yakira Anamartush Bechon Yehei Rava Kadamach D'tiftach libai b'yoiraita V'tashlin mishalin delibai V'liba d'chol amach Yisrael Etavu l'chayin v'lishlam Amen.
Page 334.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adoneinu Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo.
God Adonai Iti Oneramim Shemo Yachdav Lecha Adonai Hagedula Ve'Hagebura Ve'Atiferet Ve'Hanetzach Ve'Hod Ki Kol B'Shamayim U'Ba'aretz Lecha Adonai Hamamlocha Ve'Aminaseh Lecha Leherosh Rammemu Adonai Eloheinu V'Hishtachavu L'Adam Raglav Kadoshu Rammemu Adonai Eloheinu V'Hishtachavu Le'Hakadosh Ikadosh Adonai Eloheinu. La 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 la
Hey!
la 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 la.
Yashar Koach, you may be seated. Good Shabbos, y'all.
Y'all?
Y'all, indeed. Yes.
Good
We're
job.
moving to
Arnie can
Atlanta.
see you, can hear you. Rafi, Dito. Arlene.
Ditto.
Shucks.
Rafi, I think your background is feeding somehow.
Okay, I'll change it. No problem.
Not that background.
Oh, there's
I
nothing
meant
running.
the audio feed, not the.
No,
But
there's
yes,
nothing
this
running in
feed
the
is
background.
pretty cool, actually. Okay. Our reading today, portion Behaalotecha, begins with the establishment of menorah and a few other precious utensils in the temple, including the 2 silver trumpets, which are used in a sense as well, an early internet system. We carry on to learn about the wanderings of the children of Israel in the desert, the Midbar Sinai, and we conclude with the story of Kivrot HaTa'ava, as it is read on the triennial cycle, even in the 3rd year, and we are now in the 1st. We may not get as far in our actual laning today. However, we'll talk more about it after the Torah reading. Rafi, if you'll unmute yourself and check out whether your noise feeding, whether your background.
Is it better now?
No, for some reason there is still some sort of
There's
very
nothing in my room.
Sounds fine on my end.
weird. Okay, all right. No, whenever we unmute Rafi, it sounds like a.
Like
Rafi, say something.
something.
Okay, it only happens when you speak.
Oh,
I think we've been there before.
I'll stop speaking.
Oh, you're okay here, Rafi.
Sign it.
Okay, if you'd like to announce the pages, Rafi, and
Well, yes, we're on page, the first Aliyah, the Kohen Aliyah, a young lady, Faye Kellerstein, page 605, chapter 8, verse 1 to verse 4. ויעזור ויגן ויושיע לכל החוסים בו ולומר אמן, הכל הבו גודל אלו ותנו כבוד לתורה, כהן קרב, תעמוד, פגה הינדה בת שרגא פייבל הכהן וחיה.
ברוך שנתן
תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו,
ואתם מדביקים על אלוהיכם חיים כולכם היום. Good Shabbos, Fagel.
Good Shabbos, can you hear?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes,
Thank you.
great.
And can you see?
Yes. Okay.
Awesome.
My
Please touch and
yes.
kiss, and on you go.
Yes. Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai Noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. Vaydaber Adonai al Moshe lemor. Daber el Aaron ve'amarta elav v'ha'alotcha et hanerot el mul penei hamnora ya'iru shivat hanerot. Vaya'as kein Aharon el mul penei hamnora he'ela neroteha כאשר ציווה אדוני את משה, וזה מעשה המנורה מקשה זהב, עד ירך עד פרחה מקשה היא כמראה, אשר הראה אדוני אל משה, כן עשה את המנורה.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן. יישר כוח.
Good Shabbos, everybody.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos. Rafi? Rafael?
The second Aliyah is verses 5 through 9.
יעמוד יוסף בן צבי, יעקב הלוי ושרה.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch
Shana Baruch Olam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Lam Vaed. Baruch Hu.
Baruch.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Chabarnu Mikol Hamim V'Natan Lanu Et Torah. Baruch Atah Adonai
Baruch
Noten.
Shemai.
Amen.
Amen.
אמן. וידבר אדוני על משה לאמור, קח את הלוויים מתוך בני ישראל, וטיהרת אותם, וכה תעשה להם לטהרם, הזה עליהם מחטאת, והעבירו תער על כל בשרם, וכיבסו בגדיהם והיטהרו. ולקחו פר בן בקר ומנחתו סולת בלולה ושמן, ופר שני בן בקר תיקח לחטאת. והקרבת את הלוויים לפני אוהל מועד, והקהלת את כל הדת בני ישראל.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Nosam Lanu Torah Samas V'chayin Aleinu Nata B'Socheinu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. The third Aliyah, verse 10 to verse 14, page 606. תעמוד תמרה בת גבריאל ודבורה שלישית. Shlishit. I'm Israeli, and so is Tamara.
Yeshar Koach. Joe, Tamara, can you see?
Yes, I can see it. Yeah.
Then good Shabbos, and on you go.
Okay. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Vorach Le'olam Vaed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim Venatan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. והקרבת את הלוויים לפני אדוני, ושמחו בני ישראל את ידיהם על הלוויים. והניף אהרון את הלוויים תנופם לפני אדוני מאת בני ישראל, והיו לעבוד את עבודת אדוני. והלוויים יסמכו את ידיהם על ראש הפרים, ועשה את האחד חטאת, ואת האחד עולה לאדוני לכפר על הלוויים. והעמדת את הלוויים לפני אהרון ולפני בניו, והנפת אותם תנופה לאדוני, והבדלת את הלוויים מתוך בני ישראל, והיו לי הלוויים.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו, ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. The fourth aliyah is on page 606, verse 15 at the bottom, to verse 22 on page 607. Howard Simon, I hope you're ready. Ya'amod tzvi hersh ben Israel Ephraim ve'Esther Pega Revi'i.
Baruch hu et Adonai Barach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch L'olam Bo'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch L'olam Bo'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. ואחרי כן יבואו הלוויים לעבוד את אוהל מועד, וטיהרת אותם והנחת אותם תנופה, כי נתונים המה לי מתוך בני ישראל, תחת פטרת כל רחם, בכור כל מבני ישראל, לקחתי אותם לי, כי לי כל בכור בבני ישראל, באדם ובבהמה, ביום הכותי כל בכור בארץ מצרים, הקדשתי אותם לי. ואקח את הלוויים תחת כל בכור בבני ישראל, ואתנה את הלוויים נתונים לאהרון ולבניו מתוך בני ישראל, לעבוד את עבודת בני ישראל באוהל מועד, ולכפר על בני ישראל, ולא יהיה בבני ישראל נגף, וגשת בני ישראל אל הקודש. ויעש משה ואהרון וכל עדת בני ישראל ללוויים, ככל אשר ציווה אדוני את משה ללוויים, כן עשו להם בני ישראל. ויתחטאו הלוויים, ויכבסו בגדיהם, וינף אהרון אותם, תנופה לפני אדוני, ויכפר עליהם אהרון לטהרם. ואחרי כן באו הלוויים לעבוד את עבודתם באוהל מועד, לפני אהרון ולפני בניו, כאשר ציווה אדוני את משה על הלוויים, כן עשו להם.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Nancy has the fifth aliyah, verse 23 on page 607 to verse 26 on page 608. תעמוד שרה בת אריה לב וציפורה חמישית.
Good. Shabbos, Nancy. Nancy?
She's there. She's waving.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. Can you see us? Can you see the Torah?
Yes, and I kissed it.
Awesome. You're on.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch
Baruch Olam Bo'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'lam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Shemai.
noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai al Moshe lemor, Zot asher l'alvim mi ben 25 shana v'mala, Yavo litzvot tzava ba'avodat ohel moed, Umi ben 50 shana yashuv mitzvah ha'avodah v'lo ya'avod od. ושירת את אחיו באוהל מועד לשמור משמרת, בעבודה לא יעבוד, ככה תעשה ללוויים במשמרותם.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'sani olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Please unmute Howard Simon. His son is waiting there. Ya'amod. Well, first of all, I'll announce the page. On page 608, chapter number 9, verse 1 to verse 8. Ya'amod Peretz Yaakov ben Tzvi Hersh v'Sara Rezel Shishi.
Good, Shabbos Howard. We're about to start right here. Can you see?
It's actually Sammy who's doing it. It's on Howard's TV. Screen. You see there's two people there?
I see. My apologies.
It's not before and after.
Shabbos Sammy, and still can you see?
Yep.
Excellent. Please touch and kiss.
Baruch Adonai HaMbarach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Olam Ba'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Olam Ba'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Amim Benatan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe b'midbar Sinai b'shana hashenit letzetam me'eretz Mitzrayim b'chodesh harishon lemor v'ya'asu v'nei Yisrael et ha'pasach b'moado ב14 יום בחודש הזה בין ה40 תעשו אותו במועדו ככל חוקותיו וככל משפטיו תעשו אותו. וידבר משה על בני ישראל לעשות הפסח ויעשו את הפסח בראשון ב14 יום לחודש בין ה40 במדבר סיני ככל אשר ציווה אדוני את משה כן עשו בני ישראל. ויהי אנשים אשר היו טמאים לנפש אדם ולא יכלו לעשות הפסח ביום ההוא ויקרבו לפני משה ולפני אהרון ביום ההוא ויאמרו האנשים ההמה אליו אנחנו טמאים לנפש אדם, למה ניגרע לבלתי הקריב את קורבן אדוני במועדו בתוך בני ישראל. ויאמר אליהם משה עמדו ואשמעה מה יצווה אדוני.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
What's the rush, Sammy? All right. The 7 Aliyah is on the top of the page 609, verse 1 to verse 8. And I'm going to call up Yitzchak ben Shlomo ve'Aliza Shevi'i on iPad. Linda Laluz, you'll see. There you go.
I think I just did verse 1 to verse 8.
9-14.
Right, sir, very nice. Thank God we have two Gabayim. Verse 9 to 14. I'm looking at it and I'm reading it wrong.
Yeah, you're muted. Hi, do you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Loud and clear, sir. Can you see us?
Yeah, I see the
We're
Torah.
about to start right here. Please touch and kiss.
Okay.
Touch and kiss. Okay.
And go on.
Okay.
Okay, do it.
Barichut Adonai Hamborach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Daber el bnei Yisrael lemor. Ish ki etameh lanefesh. Oh, v'derech rechoka lachem. Oh, לדורותיכם, יעשה פסח לאדוני, בחודש השני, ו14 יום, בין ה40 יעשו אותו, על מצות ומרורים יאכלוהו. לא ישירו ממנו עד בוקר, בעצם לא ישברו בו, ככל חוקת הפסח יעשו אותו, והאיש אשר הוא טהור ובדרך לא היה וחדל לעשות הפסח ונכרתה הנפש ההיא מעמיה, כי קורבן אדוני לא הקריב במועדו, חטאו יישא האיש ההוא, וכי יגור איתכם גר, ועשה פסח לאדוני כחוקת הפסח, וכמשפטו כן יעשה, חוקה אחת יהיה לכם, ולגר ולאזרח הארץ.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי העולם לבשכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Nice to hear the nice Hebrew.
Nice to hear the nice Hebrew.
And we turn to the back of the to the first page of the Siddur for the prayer for the sick and infirm.
שברך אבותינו ואימותינו, מעיין הברך, בורא רפואות, שברך אבותינו ואימותינו, מעיין הברכות, בורא רפואות. Adonai, source of healing, bring blessings to those we love. Renew their spirits, renew their courage, renew the strength of the body and soul. Visheberach avoteinu, ve'imoteinu, mayan haberachot, borei refuot. Adonai, God of compassion, bring comfort to those we love. Adonai, God of compassion, bring healing from above. Visheberach avoteinu, ve'imoteinu, mayan haberachot, borei refuot. And then let us all say Amen. Visheberach avoteinu Avraham, Yitzchak veYaakov, Moshe Aharon, David ושלמה, ואימותינו, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, ויברך וירפא את כל החולים.
Yashar Koach Rafi, and thank you everybody. Not each of us here has perhaps a direct line up there, but we can try and keep praying for the well-being of your sick and infirm. Please keep sending your updates.
בתוך שעם כל ישראל, בעבור שאנחנו מתפללים בעבורם, אשרח הזה הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם, להחלימם ולרפאותם, להחזיקם ולהחיותם, וישלח להם במהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים ורפואת הנפש, ורפואת הגוף לכל איבריהם וגידיהם, שבת כמלזעוק, ורפואה קרבה לבוא, השתה, ועגלה וזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן. May God grant a full and speedy recovery to all those who are ill. רפואה שלמה.
Please rise for the reader's half Kaddish preceding
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון ויומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולם לעלמיים יתברך וישתבח ויתבהר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשם בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו
The Maftir Aliyah is verse 12 to 14. You missed it the first time. Ya'amod Fishel Chaim ben Mendel Moshe Halevi v'Sara Maftir.
And Rafi, you wanted to announce the page?
Yes, I did. Page 609, verse 12 to 14. Are you there, Phil?
Yes, Phil?
Show me where it is.
There we are.
Lo Yashiru, right?
Yes, sir. Lo Yashiru, right here. There.
Baruch Adonai Amvorach.
Baruch Adonai Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Amvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Adonai.
Baruch Hu Baruch Shemai.
Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Lo yashiru mimenu ad boker v'etzem lo yishperu vo kechol chukat ha'pesach yasu oto ve'aish asher hu tahor u'v'derech lo ya'av v'chadal lasod ha'pesach v'nichrata ha'nefesh ha'hi me'ameha ki karban Adonai Lo ikriv moado, cheto isha haishahu, v'chi agur hichem ger, v'yasa pesach l'Adonai, k'chukat ha'pesach, u'chmishpato ken yaseh, chukah chad yeh lachem, v'lager u'lezrach haaretz. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
Amen. Rabbi, you ready to lift?
Yes, sir. Well, we'll soon find out, but
yeah.
Just remember one person and not two, yes.
Yes, even if you're schizophrenic, right? Ya'amod ha'magbia v'hagolel sefer HaTorah. Please rise. Darlene, you're on. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה.
Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe.
Hey.
Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Marasha kehilot Yaakov, Marasha kehilot Yaakov, Marasha kehilot Yaakov, Torah tziva lanu Moshe, Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe, Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Morasha kehilot Yaakov, Morasha kehilot Yaakov, Morasha kehilot Yaakov, Torah tziva lanu Moshe.
It's too bad that you can't see Sam on the screen. His
I
smile
can't
is
see Sam.
filling the whole screen on my computer.
I followed his conducting. I tried to be very accurate.
Sam, your conducting is better than our singing. Well, those of you who are following the Haftarah, today is on page 622, chapter 2, verse 14 to chapter 4, verse 7. It is a rather lengthy one, and I'll ask Phil to join in. Ya'amod. Well, I don't have to call you up.
No, you do not. You certainly do not.
Okay,
Just
sit
a
down.
word about the Haftarah as it relates to the menorah part of our portion. It is the same Haftarah as read on Shabbat Hanukkah. So you get it twice a year, most usually, unless Behaalotecha falls on Rosh Chodesh or another special Shabbat. Page 620. Official, you are on.
I guess he's going to do it at Hanukkah again.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'neviim tovim v'ratzav v'divreihem nemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai abocher b'torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo V'nei ha'emet v'tzedek Rani v'simchi v'tzion ki hineni va v'shachanti v'tochech numonai v'nilvu goyim rabim el Adonai bayom ahu v'ayu li leham v'shachanti v'tochech v'yadad ki Adonai tzvaot shlachani elayich v'nachal Adonai et Yehuda chelko al admat hakodesh uvachar kon b'Yerushalayim has kol basar mipnei Adonai Ki neor mimon kodesho, v'yareini et Yoshua hakohen hagadol omed lifnei malach Adonai v'asatan omed al yamino lesitno. Vayomer Adonai el Satan yihar Adonai b'cha Satan. V'yigar Adonai b'cha abocher Yerushalayim halo ze'ud mutzal meish ve'yoshua asher lavush begadim tzohim ve'yamen lifnei hamelach v'yan v'yomer el ha'omdim lefanav lemor hasiru Habegadim hatzohim mehalav Vayomer elav rehei, Hevarti mehalecha avonecha, Vehalbesh olcha mehatzal chalatzot. Amar Yasimu Sanif Tahor al Rosho Vayasimu Hatzaniv Hadar al Rosho Vyalbishu Begadim Umalach Adonai Omed Vayan Malach Adonai Yeshua Lemor Amar Adonai Tzvaot Im bidrachai telech Ve'im Ishvarti tishmor Ve'gam ata tadin et beiti Ve'gam tishmor et chatzerai V'natati lecha malchim Ben ha'omdim ha'ileh Shmana Yeshua HaKohen HaGadol Ata V'reyecha Hayoshmim Lefanecha Ki Anshe Mofet Hema Hineni Mevi Et Avdi Tzemach Ki Hinei Ha'even Asher Natati Lifnei Yeshua Aleven achad shiva etayim Hineni mefateach pitucha Nehum Adonai tzvaot Umashti et avon haaretzahim yom echad Vayom ahu nehum Adonai tzvaot Tikru ish el re'el Al el tachat gefen vel tachat einam Vayashav amalach adover bi V'yiriheni keish asher ye'or mishnato Vayomer elai ma ta roheh V'omar Raiti v'hinei Menorah Zahav Kula V'gula al Rosha V'shiva Nerotea Alea Shiva V'shiva Metzukot L'nerot Asher al Rosha U'shnayim Zeitim Alea Echad Mimin Agula V'echad al Smolam Va'an va'omar el hamalach adover bi lemor va'hele adoni vayan hamalach adover bi vayomer elai halo yadata va'hima ela va'amar lo adoni Vayan, vayomer helai lemor. Zeh Adonai el Zerubbabel lemor lo v'chayil v'lo v'choach. Ki bruchi amar Adonai tzvaot. Miatar hagadol lifnei Zerubbabel emishor ve'otzi et ha'even harosha v'shuot chen la baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzor kol amim tzadik b'chol hadorot ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'yoseh המדבר ומקיים שכל דבריו אמת וצדק נאמן אתה אדוני אלוהינו ונאמנים דבריך ודברך מדבריך אחור לישוב ריקם כי המלך נאמן רחמן אתה ברוך אתה אדוני
ברוך הוא ברוך שמו
האל נאמן בכל דבריו
Amen.
Rachem al Tzion ki hiven chayenu, v'lalu v'nefesh toshia b'merav yameinu, Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Shemai.
V'samel Tzion bevaneha,
Amen.
Samcheinu Adonai Eloheinu, Eliyahu hanavi avdecha, v'malchut Beit David meshichecha, v'mehera yavo v'yagel libenu, Al kiso lo yeshev zar, v'lo yinchel acheri mekivodo, ki v'shem kodeshecha nishbat lo, shelo yechbeh nerod le'olam va'en, Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Shema.
Magen David,
Amen.
Al Torah ve'al avodah ve'al anvihim, v'yom HaShabbat hazeh, shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu, Likdusha v'limnucha, lechavod u'letifaret, ala kol Adonai Eloheinu, אנחנו מודים לך, מברכים אותך, יברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני,
Baruch Shema.
מקדש השבת.
Amen.
Yashar koach.
Baruch Tia,
You must have done it before, once or twice.
practicing.
We continue in the Siddur, page 344. Yakum Purkan min Shmaya.
Yekum Purkan min Shemaya. וכל מי שעוסקים בצורכי ציבור באמונה, הקדוש ברוך הוא ישלם זכרם וישים כל מחלו, וירפא גופם ויסלח לכל עוונם, וישלח ברכה והצלחה בכל מעשה ידיהם. Im kol Yisrael lachehem v'noimar amen.
Ashrei, page 352.
Ashrei bebeitecha od yalucha selo. Tila Adonai daber pi v'varech kol basar shem kodsho l'olam v'ed v'anach rechya me'at v'olam hallelujah.
Please rise for the prayers for Canada and Israel.
Prayer for Canada. Our God, we invoke thy blessing upon our country, on the government of Canada, the Prime Minister, and all who exercise just and rightful authority. Do thou instruct them out of thy law, that they may administer all affairs of state in justice and equity, that peace and security, happiness and prosperity, right and freedom may forever abide among us. Unite all the inhabitants of our country, whatever their origin and creed, into a bond of true community, to banish hatred and bigotry, and to safeguard the ideals and free institutions which are our country's glory. May this land under thy providence be an influence for good throughout the world, uniting humanity in peace and freedom and helping to fulfill the vision of thy prophets. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall we learn war anymore. For all people, both great and small, shall know the Lord. Amen.
Amen. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, to Yisrael v'goalo. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Su Yisrael v'go halo. Marech barech et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit tzmichat Geulateinu, Hagen alea mevrat chastecha, Ufratz alea sukat shalomecha. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'Gola. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'Gola.
Debbie, are you in? Debbie Zager? The prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Shebashamayim, rock and redeemer of the people Israel. Bless the state of Israel with its promise of redemption. Shield it with your love. Spread over it the shelter of your peace. Guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them. Crown their efforts with triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy. And let us say, Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah, Shem Adonai, Ki nizgav Shemo levado, Hodu al eretz v'shamayim, Vayaren keren liyamo, Teila lecho chasidav, Livnei Yisrael am kerova. Hallelujah, mizemor leDavid. Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod vaz, Havul Adonai kavod shemo, Hishtachavul Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, el hagavod yirim Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai be'adar, Kol Adonai shaber arzim, Vayshaber Adonai et arzei Lebanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel Lebanon, V'sir Niyon kemo ben Yemim. Kol Adonai chazev lavodesh, Kol Adonai yakel midbar, Yakil Adonai min b'kodesh, Kol Adonai yechol el ayalot, Vayechesof yorot, V'chalo kulo yomer kavod. Adonai lamabu yashav vayeshev, Adonai melech le'olam, Adonai oz liyamo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom u'nechayamor. Es chaimi lama chazikim ba v'tov cheo meyushar derucheo tachenom v'chol netivoteho Shalom, Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva, Kadesh Yameinu.
Birkot, Cantor David, please be seated. And everybody else also, please be seated. This year, particularly in view of the current events, the ending of our portion should be any preacher's dream. It is a topical smorgasbord featuring elements of nearly every current and relevant matter on hand. In 2 paragraphs, you encounter controversies related to plague, quarantine, racial prejudice, and social media integrity. There's an opportunity to peruse the Chumash as a source of news if we ever saw such an opportunity. First, the Israelites complain about lack of diversity in their menu. The Torah says, the riffraff in their midst fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also wept and said, who would feed us meat? They bemoan those imaginary juicy veggies and succulent fishes that they allegedly ate in Egypt at no cost whatsoever, while now in the desert there is nothing but the dry and lackluster manna. They demand meat, and God sends them quail, and then God sends plague alone. Torah, as always, is amazingly toponymically expressive. And the place where it happens is known there as Kivrot HaTa'ava, the graves of craving. Yeah, that's a telling name. Now, the plague is not yet over when another accident commands everyone's attention. That's the beginning of chapter 12, if you happen to have a Chumash in front of you, and if not, I will tell you, don't worry. Aaron and Miriam go around speaking against Moses, saying Moses took an African wife, for the Torah says he did take an African wife. The word in the Torah is Cushite, right? And they said, has the Lord indeed spoken only with Moses, has not spoken also with us? And the Lord heard it. Now the man Moses was very meek. And God spoke suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tent of meeting. And they three came out, and God comes down and he says, if there be a prophet among you, I will make myself known unto him in a vision. I do speak with him in a dream. But my servant Moses is not so. He is trusted with all my house. And so on. And how were you not afraid to speak against my servant, against the meek Moses? And then when the cloud was removed, behold, Miriam was leprous, as white as snow. And Moses is interceding on her behalf. Now, it is a very charged and one of the very well-known episodes in the Torah. The actual word, Isha Kushit, a Cushite woman, Cush is the area originally corresponding to the north of Sudan. Somewhat through in ancient days, even the late prophetic days error, it turned to mean Ethiopia, and the Septuagint translation, for instance, calls Ethiopia Cush. It is understood in the biblical texts that all Cushites, all Cushim are dark-skinned, although there never seems to be in the Tanakh a derogatory sense to it whatsoever, other than in these portions criticisms, and we're not entirely certain what the criticisms targeting Moses here are. There is, of course, plethora of commentaries on that short piece. At the very least, we all notice that Miriam and Aaron, they don't just troll Moses for marrying a Cushite woman. They also have a very clear spelled political agenda. Maybe they're expecting it to be an election year or whatever. But again, they said, has God indeed spoken only through Moses? Does God not speak through us too? See, that's no garden variety incident of intolerance. It carries implications of political significance. And Miriam, as punishment, is stricken with tsarat, leprosy, turning her skin white. Moses intercedes and prays on her behalf, and yet, by God's word, she still has to stay in quarantine for the full week, and the people of Israel wait for her without moving camp, without relocating till her quarantine is over. I could have ended my words here. It seems pretty straightforward and every bit as relevant today as thousands of years ago, except there is even greater clarity and food for thought to be achieved and consumed. Or to put it in Egyptian perspective, we have bigger fish to fry. I want to make 3 points. My point 1 will be an etymological excursion. Till very recently, Cushi was a perfectly acceptable modern Hebrew word, was used for anyone with dark skin, and also intermittently with reddish skin or red hair. Leah Goldberg, the wonderful Hebrew poetess of the early years of our statehood, she published a children's book called Apartment for Rent, Dira Le'askir, where there is a Chatula Kushit, a ginger cat, living upstairs. There was also Shimon Rimon, the semi-legendary innkeeper in the Arava desert, and the Israelis among us may remember him and many stories around him. He's still around, by the way, in his mid-80s. He was known as Shimon Akushi, the tan-skinned or the dark-skinned Shimon. And till very recently, there was no derogatory tinge to the word whatsoever. Sadly and shamefully, it took for the Ethiopian Aliyah to come to Israel, and we expect it to be embraced warmly for all purpose. It is unfortunately not entirely the case, and it quickly turned the word into a slur. Don't use the term Cushi other than in biblical contexts in Israel. It is maybe not as bad as N-word in English, but sadly and shamefully getting there, getting close there. And It is almost embarrassing to state the obvious, but we all need the constant reminder. The insults are not an innate morphological part of the words. They are the innate cerebral part of ourselves. The slurs, the insults, the condescending or bigoted or derogatory way of looking at someone or treating at someone, it's all right in there. Remember it. Point 2. I promised 3 points today, right? Point 2, how is the punishment in our story related to the crime? According to some commentaries, for example, Toldot Yitzchak, he is an uncle to Yosef Karo, the author of Shulchan Aruch. Toldot Yitzchak sees it as a very clear-cut racist incident, case of racist hatred, where God says to Miriam, you took exception to the dark skin. There you go. Now you're as white as clansmen. You have leprosy, you have tzarat. Isolate yourself. You can have a cooling period. You will not infect others with your mindset. Now, did you notice, by the way, that only Miriam gets punished in this story? Didn't she have a partner in crime, a certain Aaron, her brother, the high priest? Where is his punishment? The best I can come up with is that this story teaches us racial equality. We'll have to, unfortunately, turn to some other story where we seek a message of gender equality. Alas, we tend to be one-track creatures, which brings me to the essence of my second point. We write our own narrative for the past and the future. And that does segue us into my third point. When the Israelites, just a moment earlier in the portion, were writing their own narrative of the past sumptuous banquets in Egyptian slavery, it starts with the riffraff that speaks up in the midst of people Israel. The Torah wording is even more precise. It's pretty much surgical. I'll read it to you. That's back in chapter 11, verse 4. והאספסוף אשר בקרבו התאוו תאווה. The riffraff inside of them felt a craving. This is the accurate translation. Here in the Hertz Chumash, the translation says in their midst. But it's the word inside of them that I ask you to pay attention to. Take it literally. It's not a few rare rotten apples walking among us, those rotten apellar bipeds that are infecting the minds of the good and decent majority. It's a nice tale to tell ourselves, it's a nice narrative, but it does not hold water. It is us, the majority, the good and decent ones, inside of each of us lives the riffraff. The distasteful, the disgusting dictation of that other narrative, the one we don't want to associate with, the one we wouldn't want to be caught dead with. I said earlier, it's almost embarrassing to be speaking plain things. You know what? I'm no longer embarrassed reminding such a simple and obvious truth. If you don't tame, if you don't restrain and choke the riffraff inside of you, it will come out and it will feel entitled. For such is the nature of the beast, of you and me and everyone around. And the riffraff inside of us will start dictating ugly words and deeds. Because we all have the roots of racism and bigotry and intolerance and hatred inside of us. We just have to nip them in the bud. Because we're all extremely creative in the ways in which we settle our behavior with our self-perception as good folk. We can explain away almost anything. Our goal, the goal of any decent person on earth, is not to let ourselves. And that's because we all write our own narrative. Shabbat Shalom. Please rise for the reader's half Kaddish preceding Musaf Amidah, page 368.
Yitkada v'yitkada Shemei Rabba. Yamad v'rachatem limakotei b'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayedecha ben Yisrael. Pagalav isman karivim ru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Le'omei Maya Yitparach V'yishtabach V'yitpar V'yidam Avinasei V'yidadar V'yitalev V'yitala Shmei L'Kodesh HaBrichu V'yelam V'kovagata V'shihirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen.
We begin Musaf Amidah all together from page 370.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch Hu Baruch Shemai.
Eloheinu le'Avraham le'Yitzchak le'Yaakov. El Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'Kanei HaKol V'Zocher Asei Avot U'Mevi Goel Livnei V'neihem L'man Shmo B'Yava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch Hu Baruch Shemai. Amen.
Atah Gibor Olam Adonai Mechei Mitim Atah Rab Lehoshia Mechakel Chayim Bechesed Mechayei Meitim Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Berofeh Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayim Emunato Lishenei Afar Mikamo Chaba Gevurot Omidam Elah Melech Memit Umekayim Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman ad Yod Meiti Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Shemai
Mechayei HaMeitim Naritza V'naktisha Yesod Siach Sarfei Kodesh Sarfei Kodesh HaMakdishim Shimecha B'Kodesh Kakatuv Al Yad Neviyecha V'Kara Zel zel v'yamar kadosh kadosh kadosh. Kevod male male olam male olam. Misharet avshalim zelo ze haye mekom kevodo. Misharet avshalim zelo ze haye mekom kevodo. Leyumatam, leyumatam, Baruch Yameru, Baruch Adonai Mikamo, Mikamo, Huifen Merachamim, V'yachon Am Yakadim, Shema, Erev Bekoyam Damin, Hamayim Beyava, Shema Omrim, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Nu Eloheinu, Hu Avinu, Hu Malkeinu, Moshienu, Mehu Yashmienu, Beracham Avshenid, Le'enei Kochai, Liyolachem Le'elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem, U'v'divrei Kodesh Katuv Le'emar, Yimloch Adonai le'olam Eloi Tzion, Ledor Vador, Ledor Vador. Hallelujah. Ledor Vador Nagigolecha, Ulenetzach Netzachim Kedushacha Nakdish. V'shiva Eloheinu, mipinolei Mishlam v'et ki HaMelech v'gashad, Baruch Adonai, Oel HaKadosh.
Unmute. He said they're on mute. Go ahead, okay. Prayer in response to the pestilence. Our God and God of our ancestors, take heed of our struggle with the new plague that befell the world. We pray before you, strengthen our forbearance in face of trials that may await us. Unite us in our common plight. Steady our hand and the hands of our leaders to combat the disease. As we stay separated in space, let us come together in spirit. Let us not be so vain as to think the ordeal was sent as retribution for our own iniquities. For we are not foolish enough to imagine carrying such clout over the universe. Do not allow us to imagine any of us can single-handedly bring about a big global solution for the immediate peril. Nor let us fall in the pit of despair and conclude that we can do nothing at all. Rather, give us the patience, goodness of spirit, determination, wit, and willpower to contribute to the common cause by little steps, precious small efforts joining the common cause. Grant us a blessing, O Lord, by protecting us and our loved ones and all your people on earth. Send your healing to those who suffer and solace to those who hurt. May we speedily and soon see the days of security and tranquility, happiness and good fortune. For it is said, return us unto you, O God, and we shall return, renew our days as they used to be. Hashivenu Adonai Elocha v'nashuva, Hadesh Yamenu Kekedem. And let us say, Amen.
Amen. We continue on top of page 376.
Yismechu b'malachutecha, Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei oneg oneg Shabbat.
Yeah, me too, but they changed to something.
Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei oneg oneg Shabbat. Amekadeshei, Amekadeshei Shavi, Amekadeshei, Amekadeshei Shavi, Kulam Kulam Yismeyu V'yitanegu mituvecha, Yismechu v'malachutecha, Yismechu v'malachutecha, Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei oneg oneg Shabbat. Umashvi ratzita bo, v'kidashta, 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 Yismechu v'malachutecha, Yismechu v'malachutecha, Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei oneg oneg Shabbat. Chemedad yamim, otokarata, Zecher zecher lemasei v'reishit, lemasei v'reishit, lemasei v'reishit, Yismechu v'malachutecha, Yismechu v'malachutecha, Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei oneg oneg Shabbat. Eloheinu v'levateinu ritzei v'nochateinu, kadesheinu b'mitzvotecha, v'tein chelkeinu b'toratecha, sabeinu mituvecha, v'samcheinu b'shuatecha, v'tayer libeinu li'avdecha b'yemet, V'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu b'yama uvratzon, Shabbat kodeshecha, v'yanucha bo Yisrael, Mikadeshei shemecha, Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh haShabbat. V'retzein aleinu v'amcha Yisrael tfilatam, v'yashivet havodah leviutecha, u'tfilatam bi'ahava tekabel b'ratzon, u'tehir ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha, v'techezenu eineinu b'shuvacha leTzion, Berachamim Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Shemai.
Zeinato leTzion, modim anachnu lach. Hatov ki lo rachamecha, v'rachim ki lo tamach chazadecha, מעולם קיווינו לאביו, כולם מתברך ויתרומם שמך מלכנו תמיד לעולם ועד, וכל החיים ונכסל ולא שמך באמת, הישועה תהיינו סלע, ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך, ולכן אליודות. אלוהינו לבתינו ברכנו, וברכה של שבת תורה. הכתובה על ידי משבתך האמורה מפי אהרון ובניו כהנים, המקדשך מורך אדוני וישמרך.
כן יהי רצון.
יאיר אדוני פניו אליך ויחנך.
כן יהי רצון.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישמח שלום.
כן יהי רצון.
עם שלום טוב וברכה, חיים חיים וחסד ורחמים עלינו וכל ישראל עמך, ברכנו ונקנותיך באור פניך, כי באור פניך נתת לנו, אדוני אלוהינו, תורת חיים ואהבת חסד, וצדקה וברכה ורחמים וחיים ושלום, וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני.
ברוך שמו.
אלוהי ישראל בשלום.
אמן.
יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבו.
אמן.
יעמוד ברוך תבלים עבודי ברכה אחד ובני אחד ובחית לבית ישראל בעגלה וזמן קריבים ארו.
אמן.
יש מרב המבורך לעולם לעמל מאיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר וינוע וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעצמי לקדושה.
בריחו.
לעילה מן ברכתה ושירתה שבחתה ונחמתה דמירן במאבים אדו. תתקבל צדן ודהון דחסרל כדבר נשמע וימדו. יהי שלום רבת שמי ובחיים אלוק ישראל וימדו. עושה שלום במרומיו.
ששלום עלינו ועל ישראל. אמרו אמן. ששלום. ששלום. שלום עלינו ועל ישראל. Shalom, ya shalom, shalom aleinu, yokol Israel. Ya shalom, ya shalom, shalom aleinu, yokol Israel. Ya shalom, ya shalom, shalom aleinu.
Yasa shalom, shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Hey.
Yeshar koach. Please be seated.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. As always, I'd like to start my announcements by thanking the clergy. Rabbi, thank you so much for your stimulating sermon and your ongoing leadership and devotion to the Lodzer family. It does not go unnoticed, believe me. I hear that almost on a daily basis that you've been in contact with various members of the Lodzer family, and we all appreciate it. By the way, if anybody needs or wants a phone call from the rabbi or one of the board members or myself, please let us know. Cantor David, love that haircut. I would think that maybe you were going to join the Israeli army with that buzz look. It suits you. Arlene, as always, thank you for your amazing work. It is greatly appreciated, and we look forward each week to hear you chant the prayers and read the Torah. Phil, every time that you recite the Haftarah and the Maftir, you do a better job. And you mentioned that you were practicing. Well, the practice shows, and we really enjoy and appreciate all that you've done. Rafi and Arnie, the same thing. Thank you for all that you guys have done. And to our guest soloist this week, or not so guest soloist, and conductor Sam, kol hakavod to you as well. Today's Zoom Shabbat service is sponsored by the Zager and Steinman families, Debbie Zager, Howard Steinman, and Lawrence Steinman, in memory of Esther and Frank Steinman. So thank you for sponsoring today's service. We have bingo coming up this week. Have you all bought your tickets? Let's hope that you've all bought your tickets and your cards. If not, please do so. We're looking forward to our first bingo afternoon between 4 and 5 this particular Tuesday. So just a reminder of that. Today's our first version of You Call That Tune or You Name That Tune. And a hint of today's tune for Adon Olam is in the bulletin. And Cantor, I hope you're up and ready for the challenge. I should say that you are up and ready for that challenge, I'm sure. If you're interested in sponsoring this segment and hearing one of your favorite tunes used for Adon Olam, please contact Rafi, myself, or the office. We'd be more than willing to arrange to have you sponsor that event and also choose your tune. Parsha of the Week class with Judy Hazen is on Wednesday, June the 10th at 7 p.m. Our next book chat is on the 25th of June. So please remember that. Also, I'd like to remind you that you still have opportunities for the coming weeks to sponsor our Shabbat Zoom service. It is a great way to contribute to the shul and, of course, take part in the service. This past week, I wrote an article which I got quite a bit of feedback from, and thank you very much for that, about the reopening of our synagogue. I have been working closely with other presidents as well as other community leaders, following what the government is saying. And it's not as simple as just opening the doors and letting the Lodzer family come back to our synagogue. Our priority is the health and safety of our members and the Lodzer family, and we will be taking every cautious step necessary to ensure the safe and successful reopening of our synagogue. To that end, I will be presenting what is my plan to start a very slow and gradual reopening, not in the immediate future, but in the coming weeks. And I'll be presenting this to our board a week Monday at our next meeting, after which I will write to the membership through our bulletin with what these steps are going to be. Our safety is of paramount importance, as I've said. And in case I haven't mentioned it, don't forget, please sponsor any event, whether it's a plaque, whether it's a plaque, whether it's a siddur, whether it's one of our Shabbat services. Please help us, as we definitely need your help. Also, in the coming weeks, you can look forward to some announcements about the holidays. Nothing has been decided. I know that some of our colleagues have made decisions. We feel that it's still a bit premature. Once we're at that point, again, we will write to the Lodzer family with what it is we are going to do. And of course, I welcome your input, so don't hesitate to email me directly. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And we continue with our service with Ein Keloheinu on page 426.
En Keloheinu, en Kadonenu, en Kemakeinu, en Kemashienu, Micheloheinu, Michadonenu, Michemakeinu, Michemashienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Makeinu, Nodel Mashienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Makeinu, Baruch Mashienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Makeinu, Atahu Mashienu, Atahu Sheiktiru Avoteinu Lefanecha Et Ketoret Asamim En Keloheinu, En Kadonenu, En Kemakeinu, En Kemashienu. Amar Rabbi Lodzer. Leman achai v'red avana shalom bach, leman beit Adonai Eloheinu avak shatov lach, Adonai oslam ha'yitein, Adonai v'rechnamo v'shalom.
Please rise for the Aleinu, page 428.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adonai kol, ha'teker l'aliyotze b'reishit, shelo atzanu k'yei aratzot, v'lo samanu k'yishvad ha'adama, Shelo samchakenu ka'em, ve'gar aleinu kechol amonam, anachnu kodrim mishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlakim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, shehu notei shamayim ve'yoser haaretz, u'moshe v'ikaro v'shamayim imal, u'shchin haaretzo b'gamei meromim, Hu Eloheinu ein od.
V'ne'emar, Adonai, v'melech al kol haaretz, bayam hahu, yeh Adonai echad, Yishmo,
We observe the following yahrzeits this week. George Pele, father of Caitlin Haskell. June 16th, Henry White, father of Frank. June 17th, Gabriel Broder, father of Tamara Broder, Goldman, and Eitan. June 17th, Joseph Klein, father of Harley. We also say Kaddish for all those who lost their lives due to this horrible pandemic, COVID-19. Of course, we say Kaddish for those who don't have anybody to say it in their memory and in the memory of the 6 million Jews that were slaughtered during the Holocaust. Please recite with me on page 428.
Everybody at this point can unmute themselves.
Shemei Rabba, Bi'alma Divra Halkei, V'yamlik Malchusei,
V'chayechonu Yomechon Chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael Ha'ala Tumarim
Yehi Shmei Rabba Baruch L'Olam Maya.
Yisparach Yisabach Yisrael
Yitale v'yithalal shemei tikosha v'richu. Leila omer bechata v'shabata v'chata v'nechemata v'shiran b'amar amen.
Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Oseh shalom baruchu shalom aleinu v'yamako Yisrael v'yimru amen. Please be seated. At this point, we are approaching the moment where we can share the good, the bad, the neutral, the mixture, everything, a little of anything. And before I start asking individually who would like to say something, I know that Howard's family, well, Steinmans and Zingers are sponsoring our Shabbat service today. Howard, I know you wanted to say a few words. Please do.
Thank you. I wanted to say thank you to the Lodzer Center for giving us the opportunity to join you this morning on behalf of my brother, my sister, myself, and our families. And obviously, thank you for the honors that you bestowed upon us. But I have to tell you something else. I have to tell you that my parents had two huge beliefs. That number one was family. That was so important to them. And number two was Jewish tradition. And my parents were members of the Beth Emet synagogue for many, many years. But I can tell you that they were never happier until they joined the Lodzer Center. And the outpouring of love and support that we got and my parents got, especially my father, from the board, the clergy, the members during his difficult times and especially towards the end was and Dahlia, yes. Was so important to them, so important to us, and we cannot thank you enough. So I just want to take a moment to let you know how much we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Howard. It was a very mutual relation of love and appreciation between your parents and the Lodzer, and it does go way back. Thank you. It's a privilege and honor to have you here, your family and your sister's family, carrying on your parents, particularly, of course, your father's presence in this shul, on this bima, in these pews for years. Anybody who wants to say anything, share anything? Faye, you're on, but you need to unmute yourself.
Okay. I am pleased to have been accepted by the Canadian Opera Company to participate in an online Italian opera chorus, which the participants are from all over the world. I recorded myself about a week ago, and they accepted it, and they will be sending me the video, and whenever it comes out, I'd like to share it. It'll be on YouTube.
Wow, Mazel Tov. What opera are you singing?
It's from Il Trovatore.
Il Trovatore. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's the Anvil chorus. And let me tell you, the Italian was difficult enough to learn, and so was the music. It took me a week.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Faye. Mazel Tov. And well, I hope you will share with us the recording or live transmission as it comes. Rafi keeps reminding us to put up his picture, not just because Rafi loves being seen, but because you can see Frank right behind him, and he's a redhead, right? I spoke about the earlier, even in modern Hebrew, non-derogatory and very friendly term kushi, which more often than not referred to the redheads. So there you go, Howard, Debbie. Your dad was a carrot top at times. Yeshar koach, Rafi. Anybody else wants to say anything? Please wave. Wave in front of the camera. There will be another opportunity to share any news after the recording is out. So, no more requests, it seems. Okay, Cantor David, we are going to pass the microphone back to you. And though I'm aware that we've been referring to it as Name That Tune, lately more and more members were, and I do understand it can lead to a misunderstanding, thought that they had to guess the tune. In truth, no, you just need to contact us if you want to sponsor a tune and tell Cantor David what tune you'd like him to sing Adon Olam to. So I suggest we call it Pay the Piper and Face the Music. Cantor David, you there?
I'm here.
You're on Adon Olam, page 436.
Here we go. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'ed nasa v'chefza kol azay melech shema nikra v'yacharei kiklot hakol levado imloch nora V'hu haya v'hu hoveh v'hu yeh b'tifara v'hu echad v'yesheni lehamshila lehagbira b'li reshit b'li taklit Ve'la'oz ve'am Yisrael V'hu Eli v'chai go'ali V'tzorchev li b'yetzara V'hu nisi umanos li Menat kosi miyom ekra Beyado kidruchi beyetishan v'yayira v'yimruchi geviati Adonai li v'lo ira Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra Li'ed nasa v'chefza kol azay melech shema nikra shema nikra shema nikra Adon olam.
Bravo! You can see the applause. And by the way, you're applauding not just the cantor. This tune was sponsored by our esteemed president and a great friend, Jeff Shabbos. Some erroneously call him Shabes, as you know. Well, you beautiful people, get your kiddush in order. Mr. President, did you get your money's worth?
Yes, I did.
Enter, you're on.
V'shamru Yisrael Shabbat, Lasod Shabbat, L'dor Tamid Olam, B'nei Uvein B'nei Yisrael Od Hili Olam, Ki Sheished Yemim Adonai Teshma V'Taretz, Uv'yom HaShvi Shavayim Nachash, Al Keim Berach Adonai Yom HaShabbat V'Kadshehu Savri,
L'chaim.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu V'Cholam B'rei Pri Hagafel.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, everyone.